Myself, I consider myself a boxer puncher. You know, I can punch, so I got good defense, and I'm always thinking, you know, all times. And to go after, I would say, Alexis Aguero, Eddie Gregory, now known as Eddie Mustafa, and maybe a little bit of Sal Mamby, you know, just a little bit, but.
Who recently lost half of the junior welterweight title to Leroy Haley.
Right, who just lost to Leroy Haley.
Who's your idol? Who's your idol in boxing?
My idol in boxing? I don't have an idol in boxing. I just certain guys I pick certain things off because I like, you know, and as far as idol, I don't have any. Myself, you know.
What do you think of your division, the junior welterweight division as a whole today?
Well, it's an interesting class. I mean, it could be more interesting, like the welterweight or the middleweight, but it's coming along. There's a lot of new kids moving up, and it's making it, you know, much tougher. Like Johnny Bumpus and Sal Mamby and Aaron Pryor, Alexis Aguero. You know, this is making it much more, you know, interesting. And in the future, it won't be just the welterweight or the middleweight. It'll be junior welterweight and junior lightweight. You know, all the lighter classes involved. So it looks good.
What do you think of the upcoming title fight between Alexis Aguero and Aaron Pryor?
Well, that's going to be a tough one, but I got to go with Alexis Aguero all the way.
How would you compare the styles of the two fighters?
To me, Alexis, he's the best. He's going for his 4th title. That should speak for itself. Aaron Pryor, he has a lot of stamina, but it's all wild. You know what I mean? He doesn't really know what he's doing when he's throwing punches. He just throws them. But Alexis is cool and calm. He takes his time. He always knows what he's doing, and that's what's going to pay off.
Do you think there'll be a knockout or a late knockout?
No, most definitely it's going to be a knockout. Probably around the 13th, 14th round. Maybe before, but that's what I picked. 14.
Okay, before you spoke of Johnny Bumpus, I'd like to ask you what happened with the fight. Supposedly you were supposed to fight him on network television. What was the deal with that?
Well, originally I was supposed to fight Johnny Bumpus twice. Once on NBC, where they called us and they said that it was originally scheduled to fight in Atlantic City, which I accepted, which I knew I was taking a chance because of Lou Duva. You know, sometimes he knows the judges and the referees. So I was taking a chance. I figured I would get, people on TV would see it. So if I lost, they would decide if I was robbed or not. And okay, I took that. Then they decided they want to move it to Totowad, which right there I said, well, how can I win this fight now? Because Totowad, that's Lou Duva's, backyard. That's where he approaches fights. So I didn't like that. So then they decided to, Lou Duva said, okay, we'll fight Costello in New York, but we have to use our judges and our referees. I mean, the commission in New York said, what is this? What kind of nonsense is it? Nobody does things like that. What it boils down to, if Johnny Bumpus was so good, why do they need their judges and their referees? Neutral ground, fight anywhere. And then it came to be last Friday, they called us up on the phone. My manager called me up and he says, Billy, listen, I got good news for you. You're going to fight Bumpus in your hometown on Sunday. I said, oh, really? And he said, for a lot of money. I said, okay. So he says, but listen, don't take it, don't get it set in your mind because they might be bluffing you. They said that they would fight you in your hometown. I said, okay, great, we'll fight them. So later on that day, they said they don't want to fight us, they're not ready. So what it all boils down is Bumpus is a bunch of talk, and every time I hear Bumpus' name, it just aggravates me because there's a lot of money that went out the window twice. So Bumpus doesn't want to fight.
Mm-hmm. You said you were supposed to fight in your hometown, and in fact, you did fight in your hometown just the 8th of this month. You won that fight, a knockout in the 2nd round. How did it feel to fight before the home
Well,
crowd?
I was nervous, not the opponent. I was nervous because of the hometown. I haven't been there so long, but I wanted to do really well. And it felt great fighting. It really did. I mean, I was ready. Felt all the people when I looked out. I said, oh, I never knew they had this many people in Kingston. And felt really great.
How do you feel before any fight? Does the crowd affect you? Is the adrenaline flowing? How do you prepare yourself before and after the fight?
Well, before the fight, if you take care of yourself, you're in good shape, you don't worry because a guy only has 2 arms like you, and And you know, you gotta go out there and take care of your job, and you just don't worry about it. I mean, everybody's nervous. Let's face it, everybody is nervous. I mean, I'm even nervous. I know the guy's, maybe he's not that tough, but you're always nervous because anything can happen. You know, you're taking a chance when you get in the ring. But like I said, you take care of yourself, you train hard, you don't even worry about it.
Do you hear the crowd while you fight, or?
Well, you like block it out. You only listen to, I only listen to my trainer. Like, I don't have to see him, I can just hear his voice and I know who it is and he'll tell me what to do. But as far as the crowd, it just goes blank. It's just you and that guy, so it's just you and the fella.
Between fights, what do you do to occupy your time?
I go to movies a lot, watch a lot of TV. The fights on, I like watching fights. I can watch fights all day, all night. I enjoy watching the fights. You know, relax, eat. I love to eat. And that's it.
As far as fights go, who would you like to fight now? Who do you think you're ready to fight?
I'm ready to fight anybody in the top 10. Anybody. Things are slow now. I don't think these guys want to fight. The guys are right ahead of me. You know, they don't want to take a chance. So right now, we're playing the waiting game, you know. So I just have to wait.
Who's in your way? Who would you have to take on first before the title fight?
Well, first it was Bumpus, but then, you know, as everybody knows, he doesn't want to fight. So there's just the promoters, the people who have the champions giving me the chance to fight. You know, so it's just a waiting game. So like I said, I just got to keep fighting, keep active. And sooner or later, they'll fight me.
What do you think was your best fight?
My best fight was against, I would say, Marvin Jenkins. That was a tough fight. He was, he was a good boxer. He'd been around a while, and it was my first 10-rounder, and I fought him. And to me, that was my best fight because everything worked. I was ready for that fight, and it was a big step in, the caliber fighters that I'm fighting now.